Song number 1 of the Baby's Opera. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Recording by Jenn Broda. The Baby's Opera by Walter Crane. Girls and Boys.
Girls and boys, come out to play. The moon doth shine as bright as day. Leave your supper and leave your sleep. Come to your playfellows in the street. Come with a whoop and come with a call. Come with a goodwill or not at all. Up the ladder and down the wall. A penny loaf will serve you all.
End of song number 1. Recording by Jenn Broda. Song number 2 of the Baby's Opera by Walter Crane. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Jenn Broda. The Mulberry Bush.
Here we go round the mulberry bush, the mulberry bush, the mulberry bush. Here we go round the mulberry bush, all on a frosty morning. This is the way we clap our hands. This is the way we clap our hands. This is the way we clap our hands, all on a frosty morning.
End of song number 2. Recording by Jenn Broda. Song number 3 of the Baby's Opera by Walter Crane. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Jenn Broda. Oranges and Lemons.
Oranges and lemons, says the bells of St. Clements. You me 5 farthings, says the bells of St. Martin's. When will you pay me, says the bells of Old Bailey. When I grow rich, says the bells of Shoreditch. When will that be, says the bells of Stepney. I do not know, says the great bells of Bow. Here comes a candle to light you to bed, and here comes a chopper to chop off your head.
End of song number 3. Recording by Jenn Broda. Song number 4 of the Baby's Opera by Walter Crane. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Jenn Broda. St. Paul's Steeple.
Upon Paul's steeple stands a tree as full of apples as may be. The little boys of London town, they run with hooks to pull them down, and then they run from hedge to hedge until they come to London Bridge.
End of song number 4. Recording by Jenn Broda. Song number 5 of the Baby's Opera by Walter Crane. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Jenn Broda. My Lady's Garden.
How does my lady's garden grow? How does my lady's garden grow? With silver bells and cockle shells and pretty maids all in a row.
End of song number 5. Recording by Jenn Broda. Song 6 of the Baby's Opera by Walter Crane. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Jenn Broda. Natural History.
What are boys made of? What are little boys made of? Frogs and snails and puppy dog tails, and that are little boys made of. What are little girls made of? What are little girls made of? Sugar and spice and all that's nice, and that are little girls made of. What are young men made of? What are young men made of? Sighs and leers and crocodile tears, and that are young men made of. What are young women made of? What are young women made of? Ribbons and lace and sweet pretty faces, and that are young women made of.
End of song number 6. Recording by Jenn Broda. Song number 7 of the Baby's Opera by Walter Crane. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Jenn Broda. Lavender's Blue.
Lavender's blue, diddle diddle, lavender's green. When I am king, diddle diddle, you shall be queen. Call up your men, diddle diddle, set them to work. Some to the plough, diddle diddle, some to the cart. Some to make hay, diddle diddle, some to cut corn. While you and I, diddle diddle, keep ourselves warm.
End of song number 7. Recording by Jenn Broda. Song number 8 of the Baby's Opera by Walter Crane. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Jenn Broda. I saw 3 ships.
I saw 3 ships come sailing by, sailing by, sailing by. I saw 3 ships come sailing by on New Year's Day in the morning. And what do you think was in them then? In them then, in them then. And what do you think was in them then on New Year's Day in the morning? 3 pretty girls were in them then, in them then, in them then. 3 pretty girls were in them then on New Year's Day in the morning. And one could whistle and one could sing, the other play on the violin. Such joy there was at my wedding on New Year's Day in the morning.
End of song number 8. Recording by Jenn Broda. Song number 9 of the Baby's Opera by Walter Crane. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Jenn Broda. Ding Dong Bell.
Ding dong bell, pussy's in the well. Who put her in? Little Tommy Lin. Who pulled her out? Little Tommy Stout. What a naughty boy was that to drown poor pussy cat, who ne'er did any harm, but killed all the mice in father's barn.
End of song number 9. Recording by Jenn Broda. Song number 10 of the Baby's Opera by Walter Crane. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Jenn Broda. Puss at Court.
Pussycat, where have you been? I've been to London to look at the Queen. Pussycat, what did you there? I caught a little mouse under the chair.
End of song number 10. Recording by Jenn Broda. Song number 11 of the Baby's Opera by Walter Crane. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Jenn Broda. 3 Blind Mice.
3 blind mice, see how they run. They all ran after the farmer's wife, who cut off their tails with a carving knife. Did ever you hear such a thing in your life? 3 blind mice.
End of song number 11. Recording by Jenn Broda. Song number 12 of the Baby's Opera by Walter Crane. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Jenn Broda. Dickory Dock.
Hickory dickory dock, the mouse ran up the clock. The clock struck 1, the mouse ran down. Hickory dickory dock.
End of song number 12. Recording by Jenn Broda. Song number 13 of the Baby's Opera by Walter Crane. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Jenn Broda. Ye Frogs Wooing.
It was the frog lived in the well. Hi, horses rally! And the merry mouse under the mill with the rowly, powly, gammon and spinach. Hi-ho, says Anthony Rowley. The frog he would a wooing ride. Hi, horses rally! Sword and buckler at his side with the rowly, powly, gammon and spinach. Hi-ho, says Anthony Rowley. When upon his horse set, hi, horses rally! His boots they shone as black as jet with the rowly, powly, gammon and spinach. Hi-ho, says Anthony Rowley. When he came to the merry mill pin, hi, horses rally! Lady Mouse, are you within with the rowly, powly, gammon and spinach? Hi-ho, says Anthony Rowley. Then came out the dusty mouse. Hi, horses rally! I'm the lady of this house with the rowly, powly, gammon and spinach. Hi-ho, says Anthony Rowley. Hast thou any mind of me? Hi, horses rally! I have in great mind of thee with the rowly, powly, gammon and spinach. Hi-ho, says Anthony Rowley. Who shall this marriage make? Hi, horses rally! Our Lord, which is the rat with the rowly, powly, gammon and spinach. Hi-ho, says Anthony Rowley. What shall we have to our supper? Hi, horses rally! 3 beans in a pound of butter with the rowly, powly, gammon and spinach. Hi-ho, says Anthony Rowley. But when the supper they were at, hi, horses rally! The frog, the mouse, and even the rat with the rowly, powly, gammon and spinach. Hi-ho, says Anthony Rowley. Then in came Tib, our cat. Hi, horses rally! And caught the mouse even by the back with the rowly, powly, gammon and spinach. Hi-ho, says Anthony Rowley. Then they did separate. Hi, horses rally! The frog leaped on the floor so flat with the rowly, powly, gammon and spinach. Hi-ho, says Anthony Rowley. Then came in Dick, our drake. Hi, horses rally! And drew the frog even to the lake with the rowly, powly, gammon and spinach. Hi-ho, says Anthony Rowley. The rat he ran up the wall. Hi, horses rally! And so the company parted all with the rowly, powly, gammon and spinach. Hi-ho, says Anthony Rowley.
End of song number 13. Recording by Jenn Broda. Song number 14 of the Baby's Opera by Walter Crane. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Jenn Broda. Ye frog and ye crow.
A jolly fat frog lived in the river swim. Oh, a comely black crow lived on the river brim. Oh, come on shore, said the crow to the frog, and then, oh, no, you'll bite me, no, you'll bite me, said the frog to the crow again. Oh, oh, there is sweet music on yonder green hill. Oh, and you shall be a dancer all in yellow, all in yellow, all in yellow, said the crow to the frog, and then, oh, all in yellow, said the frog to the crow again. Oh, farewell, ye little fishies that in the river swim. Oh, I'm going to be a dancer all in yellow. Oh, beware, said the fish to the frog, and then, oh, I'll take care, said the frog to the fish again. Oh, the frog began a-swimming to land. Oh, and the crow began jumping to give him his hand. Oh, sir, you're welcome, said the crow to the frog, and then, oh, sir, I thank you, said the frog to the crow again. Oh, but where is the sweet music on yonder green hill? Oh, and where are all the dancers in yellow? All in yellow, said the frog to the crow, and then, oh, sir, they're here, said the crow to the frog, and gulp!
Here the crow swallows the frog. End of song number 14. Recording by Jenn Broda. Song number 15 of The Baby's Opera by Walter Crane. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Jenn Broda. Mrs. Bond.
Oh, what have you got for dinner, Mrs. Bond? There's beef in the larder and ducks in the pond. Dilly, 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 come to be killed, for you must be stuffed and my customers filled. John Ostler, go fetch me a duckling or two. John Ostler, go fetch me a duckling or two. Cry dilly, 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 come to be killed, for you must be stuffed and my customers filled. I have been to the ducks that are swimming in the pond, and they won't come to be killed, Mrs. Bond. I cry dilly, 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 come and be killed, for you must be stuffed and the customers filled. Miss Bond, she went down to the pond in a rage, with plenty of onions and plenty of sage. She cried dilly, 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 come and be killed, for you shall be stuffed and my customers filled.
End of song number 15. Recording by Jenn Broda. Song number 16 of The Baby's Opera by Walter Crane. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Jenn Broda. Christmas Day in Ye Morning.
Dame, get up and bake your pies, bake your pies, bake your pies. Dame, get up and bake your pies on Christmas Day in the morning. Dame, what makes your maidens lie, maidens lie, maidens lie? Dame, what makes your maidens lie on Christmas Day in the morning? Dame, what makes your ducks to tie, ducks to tie, ducks to tie? Dame, what makes your ducks to tie on Christmas Day in the morning? Their wings are cut, they cannot fly, cannot fly, cannot fly. Their wings are cut, they cannot fly on Christmas Day in the morning.
End of song number 16. Recording by Jenn Broda. Song number 17 of the Baby's Opera by Walter Crane. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Jenn Broda. Little Jack Horner.
Little Jack Horner sat in a corner eating a Christmas pie. He put in his thumb and pulled out a plum and said, "What a good boy am I."
End of song number 17. Recording by Jenn Broda. Song number 18 of the Baby's Opera by Walter Crane. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Jenn Broda. King Arthur.
When good King Arthur ruled this land, he was a goodly king. He stole 3 pecks of barley meal to make a bag pudding. A bag pudding the queen did make and stuffed it well with plums, and in it put great lumps of fat as big as my 2 thumbs. The king and queen did eat thereof, and noblemen beside, and what they could not eat that night, the queen next morning fried.
End of song number 18. Recording by Jenn Broda. Song number 19 of the Baby's Opera by Walter Crane. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Jenn Broda. Ye Jolly Miller.
There was a jolly miller once lived on the River Dee. He worked and sang from morn till night, no lark more blithe than he. And this the burden of his song forever used to be. I care for nobody, no, not I, and nobody cares for me.
End of song number 19. Recording by Jenn Broda. Song number 20 of the Baby's Opera by Walter Crane. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Jenn Broda. Ye Song of Sixpence.
Sing a song of sixpence, a pocket full of rye, 24 blackbirds baked in a pie. When the pie was open, the birds began to sing. Wasn't that a dainty dish to set before the king? The king was in his counting house, counting out his money. The queen was in her parlor, eating bread and honey. The maid was in the garden, hanging out her clothes, when up came a blackbird and pecked off her nose.
End of song number 20. Recording by Jenn Broda. Song number 21 of the Baby's Opera by Walter Crane. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Jenn Broda. Bo-Peep.
Little Bo-Peep, she lost her sheep and didn't know where to find them. Let them alone, they'll all come home and bring their tails behind them. Little Bo-Peep fell fast asleep and dreamt she heard them bleating. But when she awoke, she found it a joke, for they were still a-fleeting. Then she took up her little crook, determined to find them. She found them indeed, but it made her heart bleed, for they left their tails behind them. It happened one day as Bo-Peep did stray into a meadow hard by. There she espied their tails side by side, all hung on a tree to dry. She heaved a sigh and wiped her eye, then went o'er the hill and dale, and tried what she could, as a shepherdess should, to tack to each sheep its tail.
End of song number 21. Recording by Jenn Broda. Song number 22 of the Baby's Opera by Walter Crane. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Ba Ba Black Sheep.
Ba Ba Black Sheep, have you any wool? Yes, Mary, have I 3 bags full. 1 for my master and 1 for my dame, and none for the little boy that lives down the lane.
End of song number 22. Recording by Jenn Broda. Song number 23 of the Baby's Opera by Walter Crane. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Jenn Broda. Tom, the Piper's Son.
Tom, Tom, the piper's son, stole a pig and away did run. The pig was eaten, Tom was beat, and Tom went roaring down the street.
End of song number 23. Recording by Jenn Broda. Song number 24 of the Baby's Opera by Walter Crane. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Jenn Broda. There was a lady loved a swine.
There was a lady loved a swine, honey, said she. Pigcock, wilt thou be mine? Honk, said he. I'll build thee a silver sty, honey, said she. And in it thou shalt lie, honk, said he. Pinned with a silver pin, honey, said she. That thou mayest go out and in, honk, said he. Wilt thou have me now, honey, said she. Speak or break my heart, honk, said he.
End of song number 24. Recording by Jenn Broda. Song number 25 of the Baby's Opera by Walter Crane. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Jenn Broda. Over the hills and far away.
Tom, he was a piper's son. He learned to play when he was young, but all the tunes that he could play was over the hills and far away. Over the hills and a great way off, the wind shall blow my top knot off. Tom with his pipe made such a noise that he pleased both the girls and boys, and they stopped to hear him play. Over the hills and far away, over the hills and a great way off, the wind shall blow my top knot off.
End of song number 25. Recording by Jenn Broda. Song number 26 of the Baby's Opera by Walter Crane. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Jenn Broda. Cock Robin and Jenny Wren.
'Twas on a merry time when Jenny Wren was young, so neatly as she danced and so sweetly as she sung. Robin Redbreast lost his heart, he was a gallant bird. He doffed his cap to Jenny Wren, requesting to be heard. My dearest Jenny Wren, if you will but be mine, you shall dine on cherry pie and drink nice currant wine. I'll dress you like a goldfinch or like a peacock gay. So if you'll have me, Jenny dear, let us appoint the day. Jenny blushed behind her fan and thus declared her mind. So let it be tomorrow, Rob, I'll take your offer kind. Cherry pie is very good, and so is currant wine. But I will wear my plain brown gown and never dress too fine. Robin Redbreast got up early, all at the break of day. He flew to Jenny Wren's house and sang a roundelay. He sang of Robin Redbreast
And when he came unto the end, he then began again. End of song number 26. Recording by Jenn Broda. Song number 27 of the Baby's Opera by Walter Crane. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Jenn Broda. I had a little nut tree. I had a little nut tree, nothing would it bear, but a silver nutmeg and a golden pear. The King of Spain's daughter came to visit me, and all for the sake of my little nut tree. End of song number 27. Recording by Jenn Broda. Song number 28 of the Baby's Opera by Walter Crane. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Jenn Broda. Dr. Faustus. Dr. Faustus was a good man. He whipped his scholars now and then. When he whipped, he made them dance. Out of England into France, out of France into Spain, and then he whipped them back again. End of song number 28. Recording by Jenn Broda. Song number 29 of the Baby's Opera by Walter Crane. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Jenn Broda. 3 children. 3 children sliding on the ice all on a summer's day. As it fell out, they all fell in, the rest they ran away. Now had these children been at home or sliding on dry ground, 10,000 pounds to 1 penny, they had not all been drowned. You parents, all that children have, and you that have got none, if you would have them safe abroad, pray keep them safe at home. End of song number 29. Recording by Jenn Broda. Song number 30 of the Baby's Opera by Walter Crane. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Jenn Broda. My Pretty Maid. Where are you going to, my pretty maid? Where are you going to, my pretty maid? I'm going a-milking, sir, she said. Sir, she said. Sir, she said. I'm going a-milking, sir, she said. Shall I go with you, my pretty maid? Shall I go with you, my pretty maid? Yes, if you please, kind sir, she said. Sir, she said. Sir, she said. Yes, if you please, kind sir, she said. What is your fortune, my pretty maid? What is your fortune, my pretty maid? My face is my fortune, sir, she said. Sir, she said. Sir, she said. My face is my fortune, sir, she said. Then I can't marry you, my pretty maid. Then I can't marry you, my pretty maid. Nobody asked you, sir, she said. Sir, she said. Sir, she said. Nobody asked you, sir, she said. End of song number 30. Recording by Jenn Broda. Song number 31 of the Baby's Opera by Walter Crane. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Jenn Broda. The Ploughboy in Luck. My daddy is dead, but I cannot tell you how. He left me 6 horses to follow the plough. With my whim-wham waddle-ho, strim-strim straddle-ho, bubble-ho, pretty boy over the brow.
I sold my 6 horses to buy me a cow. And wasn't that a pretty thing to follow the plow? With my whim wham waddle ho, strim strim straddle ho, bubble ho, pretty boy over the brow. I sold my cow to buy me a calf, for I never made a bargain but lost the best half. With my whim wham waddle ho, strim strim straddle ho, bubble ho, pretty boy over the brow. I sold my calf to buy me a cat, to sit down before the fire to warm her little back. With my whim wham waddle ho, strim strim straddle ho, bubble ho, pretty boy over the brow. I sold my cat to buy me a mouse, but she took fire to her tail and so burnt up my house. With my whim wham waddle ho, strim strim straddle ho, bubble ho, pretty boy over the brow.
End of song number 31. Recording by Jenn Broda. Song number 32 of The Baby's Opera by Walter Crane. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Jenn Broda. Warm Hands.
Warm hands warm, the men are gone to plow. If you want to warm your hands now.
End of song number 32. Recording by Jenn Broda. Song number 33 of The Baby's Opera by Walter Crane. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Jenn Broda. Jack and Jill.
Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown, and Jill came tumbling after.
End of song number 33. Recording by Jenn Broda. Song number 34 of The Baby's Opera by Walter Crane. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Jenn Broda. Dance a Baby.
Dance a baby ditty, what can Mammy do witty? Sit in her lap, give it some pep, and dance a baby ditty.
End of song number 34. Recording by Jenn Broda. Song number 35 of The Baby's Opera by Walter Crane. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Jenn Broda. Hush-a-bye Baby.
Hush-a-bye baby on the treetop. When the wind blows, the cradle will rock. When the bough breaks, the cradle will fall. Down it comes baby, cradle and all.
End of song number 35. Recording by Jenn Broda. Song number 36 of The Baby's Opera by Walter Crane. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Jenn Broda. King Cole.
Old King Cole was a merry old soul, and a merry old soul was he. He called for his pipe, and he called for his bowl, and he called for his fiddlers 3. Every fiddler had a fiddle, and a very fine fiddle had he. Tweedledee, 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 with the fiddlers 3. Oh, there's none so rare as can compare with King Cole and his fiddlers 3.
End of song number 36. Recording by Jenn Broda. Song number 37 of the Baby's Opera by Walter Crane. This LibriVox recording is in the public domain. Recording by Jenn Broda. Hey Diddle Diddle. Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, the cow skipped over the moon. The little dog laughed to see the fine sport, and the dish ran away with the spoon. End of song number 37. Recording by Jenn Broda. End of The Baby's Opera by Walter Crane.